Well, there's a lot of red coming off that guy's thingamajigs on here. The policeman's looking at me filming, but I'm sort of stopped, so what can he do? So what's quite interesting is you can see there they're doing something with the trams. And yeah, somebody's over there with an ambulance. I think that something's gone wrong, because the tailback of trams goes back about, I don't know, 12 trams or something behind me. I don't know how many we're going to see it tailing back onto this side. But anyway, it's obviously something's gone wrong, and it goes wrong in Warsaw quite a lot. So if you don't notice it so much before you start using the trams, I didn't notice how much it did go wrong. I saw it a few times. It didn't really register the mass inconvenience when these things happen. But basically, something like this on a junction like this is going to put the trams out potentially on quite a number of lines, because then you're going to get a feedback of trams going the wrong way that way, and then some of them are the ones that are supposed to be turning down that way. So a lot of the trams they obviously can't go either. So if somebody's standing in front of this tram on that line, that's going to block up that whole line coming that way. So these trams going this way, there's, how many have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's even turned his lights off. 9, there. 12, Bernard over, I never heard of that one. 13, 14, 15, 16 trams tailback. Well, that's not fantastic. It's almost all it says your last now here. 15 trams tailback and more. That one hasn't even gone past the that one hasn't bothered progressing past the junction, because it can obviously see what's blowing in the wind. So we've got more on that side. That was 15 there, and then there's at least 2 there that I can see on the other side of the junction over there. Still waiting. This representing, well, about an hour's worth of trams, so it's only been going for an hour maybe, that delay, but it's already managed to, of course, suck up. Well, if you consider it sucked up 15 this side, probably about the same on the far side by now, then it's quite a bad situation. She's doing it. What's up with you, matey boy? What's your problem? Don't be upset. Don't be upset. Poor little kids. I stopped there rather quicker than I should have done, because it's there was a copper there, but there's about another 5 or 6 still to look at there. I just got at the end of. I had to stop talking and put it down because there was police. But basically, that's the size of it. That's the size of the issue that there is there today. So that's that for you. I see the Marriott's got some lights going on up there. 27 degrees C it says. 20th. It's got the date going around 1934, which is not correct. 2034 if anything. It's not even that, 7 degrees centigrade. So not an awful lot. Oh, we've got some lights going, doing bits of... Is that supposed to be already the Christmas decorations? That would be typical of them to put it up really early. Of course, they're owned by Mormons, so they don't have a proper view of Jesus anyway. They think he's the devil's brother. Sylvester Disco Fever. So, there you go. Sylvester Disco Fever. They need to work out what language they're speaking, because at the moment it looks as though we've got this cartoon cat going to the disco. They are of course referring to New Year's Eve. When they talk about Sylvester, they seem to think that just changing the W for a V will do it. Well, that gives you German, I suppose, but it doesn't give you English. This is like a telephone.
You're gonna get into a serious trouble.
Who is?
You.
Me?
Wait. Because, oh maybe.
If you're not actually looking at somebody with the camera in the line of sight between you and them, they don't even know. It's just like a telephone. So how would I get into trouble? Also, if they try and give me trouble, I kick their asses, Sophie. They look like little girls in comparison with me, don't they? Or am I getting the scale wrong? I think no, it can't possibly be. They only come up to my shoulders. They're swearing their heads off, or at least they were a second ago.
Uh-oh, somebody's looking.
Let them look. Anyway, I'm fed up with this. It's taking a long time for the bus to come. Maybe there aren't any more buses. There's a fine example of what it's like to drive in Warsaw in the morning. His tram's broken down. He's letting the people out there. So people are actually walking off the tram quite away from anywhere. The tram's now blocking the side here so that we can't actually get off this. Oh, he's actually moved now. To let the people, to give the cars a chance to get past on the green light. It's a green light, but we can't even use it. So I think one car did get past at the green light. Now it's red again. Oh, two did. That third guy's now spun around to the right, but he did it quite riskily at the last. So we went forward 3 cars, but at quite a cost in terms of risk, because of this very stupid parking of the tram part way out. I don't know if I can show it better this way by holding it over there, part way out onto the we're going here. He can move because he managed to move a few meters forward, but there was only a token moving forward. I suppose he's worried about. It's difficult to tell actually whether that's a tram that was intending to go out or back. But yeah, well, now it's easy to tell because it's carried on. It's actually going around there, but there was no reason at all why it couldn't have moved a bit further forward there a second ago. It hadn't even broken down. Yeah, it's just complete lack of empathy with the normal road users and sticking to its own spaces that have been set out for it. What number is it? 3115, is it? Number? Just to name and shame the driver that did something stupid like that, that's all. So I'm going to try to retrieve my daughter's glasses, which she's left at a colleague's or a friend's house, and I'm just recording the whole thing in case there's any trouble. Assuming there won't be any trouble, this will just be dumped afterwards, but just in case I'm going to make a recording. I think it's wise because that's a child on her own in the house, and I'm a man, and I don't want to get accused of paedophilia, so I just want to make sure that everything's recorded when I'm visiting to retrieve the glass of my daughter, a young lady who's on her own now. Nobody can say afterwards that I messed about. The reason why I'm thinking about that is, first of all, because there's been so much about this in the press recently with regards to Jimmy Savile, Dave Lee, Bloomin' Travis, and all these other people that have had allegations made against them. I'm not even saying whether I think they're right or wrong, because it's all sub judice, and with kids you never know what they're going to say. So one guy, Lord McAlpine no less, has had false accusations made against him, and I think it's a nightmare, because the reactions of people is like knee-jerk. If somebody makes an allegation, it's immediately considered to be true. And you get a lynch mob after you. So I'm not too keen on that. And the other issue is that since I'm a little bit annoyed about these glasses having been in this person's house for a week, that person also might not be too happy. There may have been some kind of a dispute behind it that's more going on there than Sophie's telling me. And if there is some kind of a row about it, then I want it all recorded. Right, that's 19. Supposed to be 19. Instead of 19, I've got 21. That's a bit funny, isn't it? That's 21. That's 19. So that's 19 there. Set back off the looks like some kind of a public, it doesn't look like a thingamajig building, it looks like a different kind of building. It's a bit funny, isn't it? This is the address to 19. That's 23 to 43. That's 44 to 55. That really is a bit of a walk around to see where things are. It's cold outside, it's 3 degrees today. Ooh, precious moments. 1 to 15. Okay. Cześć, tu tata Sophie. Mhm. Dzień dobry. Nie, zaraz ktoś wychodzi. Dziękuję. A, dzięki. W środku, tak? Super, dziękuję. Dziękuję, cześć. And I have a look, she's lost a lot of stuff here. There's the glasses, they're still in one piece more or less. Yes. So they're inside the hat. The glasses are inside the hat. I remember buying her that hat. She's lost the hat, lost the glasses, and some other book which I don't even recognise is here. Which is an old I can't understand what that is. It's an old set of drawings for an ancient transformer station. A set of drawings which seem to be from 1973. Sorry, 1977. Kombinat budownictwa miejskiego. What the heck is that? What's Sophie doing with that? That's crazy. It can't belong to her, surely. What would Sophie be interested in the construction of transformer stations? Anyway, no trouble, so I'm going to turn it off. Who's doing? That was all pretty interesting, wasn't it?
W zasadzie interesuje mnie kod pocztowy i ulica, bez żadnych
Ale
tam
dałem
adresów.
tam już kod pocztowy
Ja wiem,
przy
tylko że
tym.
dziewczyny nie zawsze wszystkie tam, wie pan, przy sprawdzaniu, dlatego
Ale ja
muszę...
będę 2 razy robiony.
Ale to nic nie szkodzi, bo ja wiem, że one tam spisują. Tylko, że ulic nie spisują, a my musimy, bo chodzi o to, czy dostaje pan gazetkę, czy nie. Takie mam pytania, czy dostaje pan gazetkę do domu?
Nie.
Nie. To już zaznaczam. Dobra. Jak często pan przyjeżdża tutaj? Raz w miesiącu, raz na 2 tygodnie? Tu mam odpowiedzi. Raz na pół roku, co drugi...
Numer 8.
Numer 8, śliczne dzięki. 08. Ile mniej więcej pan dzisiaj wydał?
Prawie 400 zł.
Ojej, no niestety tak tu się wydaje. Dobra, i teraz jakbym mogła ten kod pocztowy...
02
02
119.
119 i jaka to ulica?
To jest Pruszkowska.
Pruszkowska i będzie miała prośbę do pana. Niech pani zerknie na tą mapkę, bardzo proszę. Tu jest Raszyn, tu jest Real, tu jest centrum.
No.
Mniej więcej gdzie to będzie? Tu jest Czerniakowska, tu jest kolej Pułapska.
No to jest na
Ochota.
czerwonej, no strefa 2.
Strefa 2, dobra, dziękuję, bo to jest najważniejsze w tym wszystkim. Strefa 2. I proszę pana, jeszcze takie pytanko. Czym pan przyjeżdża?
Ale pani robiła strefę 2 na ten, który w Dickensie mieszka.
Jezu, przepraszam
Ale i tak
pana.
to jest strefa 2.
Tak, to jest
W Dickensie jest
strefa
też
2,
strefa 2 na tym
No
mapie.
tak, faktycznie. A niech pan mi powie jeszcze taką sprawę. Dziękuję jeszcze, czy pan
I
przyjeżdża
ten, który
autobusem?
tutaj napisało z Dickensa i tam strefa 3 jest nieprawda, bo to jest
Tylko,
strefa
że
2.
ona trochę dalej mieszka, ale to jest strefa 2 jednak. To
W
dziewczyna mi
Dickensie
źle
jest
powiedziała.
wszystko jest strefa 2.
A widzi pan, no to źle mi
Aha.
powiedziała. Źle mi pokazała, ale nie szkodzi. I niech pan mi powie, czy przyjechał pan samochodem, czy autobusem, czy
Dzisiaj z samochodem.
samochodem.
Ale to ja czasami ja jadę bez samochodu. Albo taksówką, albo chodzę.
Rozumiem. I jeszcze jakbym mogła spytać się rok urodzenia, końcówka tylko.
Co, kiedy, w jakim
Tak,
roku
w
to
jakim
ja...
roku?
A na jaką wyglądam?
No młode pan wygląda, ale nie mogę przesadzać, bo czasami niektóre babcie są tak fantastycznie się konserwują, że je odmładzam, ale naprawdę są tak świetnie wyglądają. Dzisiaj taką starszą panią dopadłam na rowerze sobie przyjechała. 72 lata babka.
To mniej więcej pani pisze swoje i to będzie dobrze na mnie.
65.
No to ja 4. Więc
Naprawdę? No widzi
tak.
pan, wstaje się... No,
Niestety
nie
zrobiłem
jest to
panią
hochstaplerka. Nie szkodzi. Niech pan mi powie tak, aha, z ile osób składa się gospodarstwo domowe jeszcze? Tylko to i to już.
6 osób plus kot.
No 106.
No.
Niech pan mi powie, jeśli można spytać, przychód całej rodziny netto, czyli do ręki, jakich jest
Nie ma w
granicach?
tym.
O. No to ja napiszę. Dobra, nie szkodzi, dziękuję ślicznie.
Musi być chyba, na tej skali to byłoby 20.
Aha, dobra, to zrobimy ponad 50.
Dobrze,
Dziękuję.
dziękuję.
Do widzenia.
Do widzenia. You want to go outside, do you? Just one more język. Go on then.